Stop. Just stop for a moment. Pause everything. Take a deep breath. I know it feels like everything is falling apart right now. Your job, your relationship, your health, your plans, maybe all of it at once. And you're standing in the middle of it thinking, how did this happen? Why is everything breaking at the same time? But I need to tell you something that will change how you see this entire moment. You're not falling apart. You're being gutted for renovation. And let me tell you what you're actually experiencing in this moment. You had a life, it wasn't perfect, but it was yours. You had routines, structures, things you could count on. And now it's like someone came in with a sledgehammer and started destroying everything. Your career that you built for years, gone, or maybe just changing. Your relationship that felt so solid, shaking, or maybe it ended. Your sense of who you are, unrecognizable. And it's not just one thing, it's everything, all at once. And when everything breaks at the same time, you start to think, I'm cursed, I'm failing, I'm losing everything I worked for. But here's what you don't realize. This isn't collapse. This is demolition. And there's a difference. Let me show you what I mean. Imagine you buy an old house. It's been standing for 50 years. The foundation, still good, but everything else, it's outdated. It's crumbling. It's not built for who you are now. So you hire a contractor. The contractor walks through and says, we need to gut this. And then the work begins. They rip out the old plumbing. They tear down the walls. They pull up the floors. They strip it down to the studs. And if you walked in during that process, if you saw your house with walls torn open, wires hanging, dust everywhere, you'd think, this place is a dump. It's destroyed. This is a disaster. But it's not destroyed. It's not a dump. It's being renovated. The contractor isn't tearing it down to hurt you. They're tearing it down because you can't build the new version on top of the old foundation. And that's you right now. Your life, it's not collapsing. It's being gutted. The old structures, the job that wasn't right, the relationship that wasn't serving you, the version of yourself that you've outgrown, they're being removed. Not randomly, not as punishment. It's happening so that something better can be built. Now let me tell you why it feels like everything is falling apart at the same time. It's because you can't renovate one room at a time when the whole structure needs to change. Think about it. If your career was built around a version of yourself that no longer exists, it has to change. If your relationships were built around old patterns that don't serve you anymore, they have to shift or end. If your identity was built around achievements that weren't actually yours, it has to be stripped away. Life doesn't renovate in pieces, it renovates in phases. And the first phase, demolition. Everything that's not structurally sound gets removed. Everything that was built for the old you gets torn out. Everything that can't support the next version of you gets gutted. And I know it's terrifying. I know it feels like you're losing everything. But here's the truth. You're not losing. You're actually clearing space. You can't build the life you're meant for on top of the life that's no longer working for you. The old has to come down first. That tower has to come crashing down. So let me tell you where you actually are. You're most certainly not at the end. You're in the middle. You're in the construction phase. Man, construction is messy. There's dust everywhere, nails all over the floor. Things don't look finished. You can't see the final vision yet. That doesn't mean it's not happening. Every day you wake up and keep going, you're laying new floors. Every time you make a choice that honors who you're becoming, you're framing brand new walls. Every moment that you survive this chaos you're living, you're building a structure that can actually hold the life that you want. And here's what you need to understand right now. The renovation always looks worse before it looks better. There's a phase in every construction project where it looks like a total disaster, unrecognizable, where you question it if it's even worth it, where you want to just stop and go back to the old version. The thing is, you can't go back. The walls, they're already down. The old plumbing, it's already ripped out. The only way out is through the process. So you keep building, you keep showing up, you keep trusting that when the dust settles, you'll be standing in something stronger, more beautiful, and more aligned with who you actually are. So here's what I need you to do right now. Stop calling this falling apart. Stop thinking that your life is collapsing. It's not. You're being renovated. And renovation, it requires demolition. Those old structures, they had to come down. The old version of you had to be cleared out. The old life had to be gutted so the new one could be built. And yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's chaotic. Yes, you can't see the finished version yet, but it's coming. And if you need a reminder, if this chaos of change feels too overwhelming today, just leave a comment down below. Type, I am being renovated. Better yet, say it out loud. Because when you reframe demolition as renovation, you stop panicking and you start trusting the process. You're not falling apart. You're not losing everything. And you're not broken. You're being gutted so something better can be built. The walls are down, the floors are up, the dust is everywhere. But underneath all of that, you're being rebuilt stronger, clearer, more aligned than ever before. So trust the renovation. The best version of your life is being constructed right now.